Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Martha from Martha Is. Today's video is the second part in my February book haul. There may need to be further parts because we are only in the middle of February, so I can't promise I won't buy any more books, but you know, never mind. They'll need to be if they'll need to be. So today is all of the books that I have been very kindly gifted by friends and loved ones. So my last book I talked about the ones that I'd received from publishers and the ones that I bought myself. So these ones are all gifts, which I've been obviously very touched by and very excited about. So the first one is this one, which is called Snug by Catania Comics. So if you've seen my mid-month February wrap-up, you'll know that I've read this one already. So this one was gifted by my wonderful husband. I won't talk too much about the book itself. I'll link my other video down below. But this one is a classic thing that Mr. AB and I do alarmingly frequently, which is buy each other the same present. So he bought it for me as a just because, very cute. I bought it for him, planned in so far in advance as a Valentine's Day gift. So he gives this to me as just because a week before Valentine's Day, and I'm like, right, shit, now I need to get another present. So we currently have 2 copies of this book. But yeah, I love it. I do. I absolutely love Catania Comics. I think they're absolutely brilliant. So then, as I have also said in a previous video, I've recently had flu. Mr. AB and I both were struck down with it for like a week to 10 days. It was, just, to be honest, been really, really miserable. You know, like when we were talking about this, when you have a cold, and sometimes it could be quite a bad cold, and you're like, oh, God, I think I've got flu. It's never flu. If you're thinking, oh, I might have flu, it's never flu. This was flu. It sucked. So that struck us down for quite a while, and I still have it a little bit. But anyway, I was actually supposed to go, we were supposed to have a lovely Valentine's Day in Bath, which is where we also went on our mini-moon, and we were going to go to Mr. B's Reading Emporium, which is this amazing independent bookshop in Bath, which I absolutely love. And my in-laws had got me this wonderful birthday present last year, which was a voucher to get a reading spa. So Mr. B's do this cool thing where you go along for an appointment and talk about like what you like, and they give you cake and tea, and yeah, you just talk about books, and they like give you recommendations, and then it's included in there like a certain amount of money to be able to buy some of those recommendations. And these reading spas book up months in advance. So yeah, like I said, I got it for a birthday present last year, and it was going to be the first slot I could get was Valentine's Day. So you can imagine how absolutely devastated I was to be too ill to go. And now I'm not going to be able to go until October. That was the next slot that they had, which is so gutting. But this is relevant, and I'm not just whining. This is relevant because Mr. AB knew how upset I was about not getting to my reading spa. And so he went into town and bought me some books. This is like a little nice treat. So one of them is Burnt Shadows by Kamila Shamsie. So Home Fire was one of my favourite books of last year. It still absolutely stayed with me. So yeah, I really want to read Kamila Shamsie's back catalogue. The next one is Homo Deus. Deus? So this is the kind of follow-up to Sapiens, which I also read last year. So Sapiens was a brief history of humankind, and it literally was that. Like it was a total feat of research and history, and yeah, it was amazing. And so this one is the follow-up, and it's kind of looking forward. So the blurb talks about, you are more likely to commit suicide than be killed in conflict, so war is obsolete. Famine is disappearing. You are more at risk of obesity than starvation. Death is just a technical problem. Equality is out, but immorality is in. What does our future hold? So it'll be interesting to see like how he's approaching this, like what the research is, because obviously Sapiens, you know, looking backwards, there was just so much research. It was incredible. Yeah, so that's an interesting one. You also got me a third one, which I realise I don't have in my pile, which is here. This one is Girls Burn Brighter. So this one, because I think, yeah, this and the Kamila Shamsie one were actually off a wish list of mine that he found, and he gave me this one, and I was a little bit like, I don't know what this is. I mean, it looks really interesting. And I feel like this might have been one that I got from a Reading Women list, a Reading Women podcast, which I will link down below. I feel like this is something that they would have recommended. But I'll read you the blurb. So, Purnima and Savitha, born in poverty, have known little kindness in their lives until they meet as teenagers. When an act of devastating cruelty drives Savitha away, Purnima leaves behind everything she has ever known to find her friend. As they face apparently insurmountable obstacles on their travels through the darkest corners of India's underworld and across an ocean, the two heroines refuse to lose the hope that burns within them. So, it looks very good. I obviously passed Martha, was all over that. So those were the 3 that he bought me in lieu of my Bookspar. We also did, so I am part of a wonderful group of women who we all met last year at the Bookstagrammers Summer Bash, also in Bath. Bath is where it's at. And we decided to do like a Secret Santa, but for Galentine's, so a book swap. So my Galentine's Santa, is that a thing, bought me The Salt Path by Raynor Winn. So this was on my wish list because I kept seeing a lot about it because it was nominated for the Costa Book Awards and generally a lot of people have been reading it. It sounds really interesting. So this is a memoir of a woman and her husband so her husband is terminally ill. They lost their home and so they decided to walk the 630-mile southwest coast path from Somerset to Dorset. So this is a memoir of that. I mean, yeah. I don't know what possesses someone to walk 630 miles. Something possessed them. Well, as you said, terminal illness and homelessness. But yeah, that does sound kind of insane. The next one is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. So We Are Okay by Nina LaCour was one of my favourites of last year as well. So my friend Jo from Bookstagram kindly sent this to me when she read it. I think she really enjoyed it. So Nina LaCour is a YA, a young adult writer. And then the last 3 books I have was such a wonderful surprise. So my friend Emily on Bookstagram, who is Busy Mama Book Club, she runs this really cool thing which has just created such a wonderful community called the Busy Mama Book Swap. And it used to be monthly and it's now quarterly. Essentially you just sign up and she pairs you with someone else, so you get to meet another person through Instagram and you set a budget between the 2 of you and pick some books, and there's usually a theme, so you pick some books to send each other and some other like little goodies, whether it's like food or other things. So there was one that I participated in last year which was all around the idea of being green and about being sustainable, and so I remember I bought like some chocolate that was in more like sustainable packaging, and I bought like some really nice bar soap and stuff like that, and obviously some books, and sent that to my book swap partner. So it's a really lovely thing. And she had opened the sign up for book swap for the latest one in February, and it closed it. And so she needed to pair everyone up and set up all these individual like messaging chats for people. And it's become quite a huge thing, actually. There's so many people that sign up, and unfortunately her kids, loads of them had gone down sick, and so she was having trouble finding the time to do it. So I offered to just do it because I love admin, because I'm a nerd, and it was literally just a case of like writing everyone down who'd signed up and pairing them up. So I just offered to do that for her, and she very kindly sent me a box in return of some books, which was such a lovely surprise, totally unnecessary. So one of the books she sent me is The Language of Kindness, A Nurse's Story. So I think it's what it says on the tin. It's a memoir from a nurse. So at the moment we've got quite a lot of kind of medical memoirs that are out. So books like This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay, With the End in Mind by Catherine Mannix, who's a palliative doctor. Excuse me, as you can see I am still ill. And the other one's Breaking and Mending by Joanna. There's loads out at the moment. There's a prison doctor, there's a war doctor, so this is an NHS nurse. And then the next one that she sent me was also one that I was starting to get real FOMO about, actually, because loads of like my friends on Instagram had proof copies, and that's this one, Can You Hear Me, by Jake Jones, and he is paramedic. So this one is a paramedic one. So yeah, these are all springing up all over the place. But I think this one both of them sound really interesting, and it's really important. I think that part of the reason why they're springing up all over the place, not just it being a kind of trend in publishing, is because the NHS is just at crisis point, and people really need to understand how badly at crisis point, and they need to understand all the different, all these different types of doctors and all the challenges that they're facing, and what it means when you come into contact with them. So I think that's really important. And then finally, the third one that she sent me was this one, The Snakes by Sadie Jones. Excuse me. So as you can see, I'm losing my voice, so that is a perfect time to end this video. So thank you to my lovely friends and my lovely husband for those books. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you liked any of these books. If you didn't like them, don't tell me, because I haven't read them yet. And let me know what you've been buying in February. If you got any books for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye!